Hey there, this is Eric from Awesome Concerts. I'm going to give you a review of the brand new Yes album, which is entitled Aurora. It will be released on June 12th of 2026. So just at this point, just a couple weeks out. So this will be a quick, brief, rough review just to give you a preview of what's coming up. So I've been able to listen to the album three or four times so far, gone quite in depth with it. I'm enjoying it. It's nice that the band is continuing a renaissance. You know, when I think of my two other favorite prog bands, Genesis and Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis hasn't put an album since 1997, ELP since 92. So it's great that Yes is still creating music, and really nice that it's been a bit of a renaissance in recent years where they've been putting out albums again. And not only that, but at a relatively quick pace. It's only been about 3 years since the most recent album, the excellent Mirror to the Sky. All right, so let's delve into Aurora. Heaven and Earth came out in, I believe, 2014. Many fans consider it the low point of the Yes catalog. So there was no album for, gosh, what was it, 7 years? We had The Quest. When I first heard The Quest was being produced by Steve Howe, I groaned. I was like, oh boy. But it was actually pretty good. It's a nice album. So The Quest was a step up from Heaven and Earth. Mirror to the Sky, only 2 years later. That was a real surprise because that was even better than The Quest. If Mirror to the Sky had been recorded with Jon Anderson on vocals, it would be a flat out five-star Yes album for most fans. It's really great musically, composition, etc. It's a great album. Nicely produced, too. Steve Howe has done a great job of guiding the band. So there's been a lot of hope for Aurora. So the big question is Aurora as good as Mirror to the Sky? And I'm going to say not quite, unfortunately. And that's due to one song. All right, so let's dive right in. Of course, most of you at this point have heard the title track, first track on the album, Aurora. It's quite nice. To me, it's a grower. It's symphonic. It's got some nice twists and turns. Of course, Jon Davison doing a lot of vocal acrobatics on it. I know for a lot of fans that the timbre of his voice isn't the most pleasing, and that's true on this track. A little bit shrill when he first came in, but it's a nice song. It's got some twists and turns, and what I love most about Aurora is it's really upbeat, uplifting. The name of my favorite band is not No. The name of my favorite band is Yes. So I appreciate positive energy from this band, and that's what we get with Aurora. The second song is, of course, the second single, Turnaround Situation. I really love this song. I think it's great. A little kind of odd note on it is, it has this kind of killer 70s organ sound on it that I think is great. Really friendly, really proggy, really old school. The organ's played by Jon Davison, which is quite a surprise. Like, where's Jeff? I like Turnaround Situation a lot. I really enjoy the last 30 seconds or so. To me, that's where Yes is in its sweet spot, where it just goes off and does something different. And the end of the song, of course, has this sort of gentle giant tripping on mushrooms, vocal harmonies. Love the outro to that song. All right, third track is Love Lies Dreaming. Really nice song. It sort of slots into third place. Not quite as strong as Aurora, not quite as strong as Turnaround Situation. It's mellower. It does have a gorgeous melody. It's like, where'd they come up with this melody? It has some nice proggy moments to it. It does have some nice tempo changes, which of course, Yes fans really enjoy and appreciate. So I like the song a lot. I think it's a grower. This lineup of Yes and basically Yes since 2014 has gotten some criticism for playing too many mid-tempo songs. Let's add another one to the list. But I do think Love Lies Dreaming is nice. So we start out pretty strong with the first three. Counter movement. One thing Yes can be counted on to do is to create quality epics. By my count, I don't remember, maybe they've made 10 or 12 epics. If you take Close to the Edge, Awaken, Topographic Oceans, the Two Keys epics, Endless Dream, Mirror to the Sky, Fly From Here, and now we have Counter Movement. Yes has always built good epics. The weakest one to date in my catalog is The Ancient. It's, 15 minutes of rhythmic noise drifting, and then The Wonderful Leaves of Green. But I'm going to contend that Counter Movement might be the weakest epic that Yes has made. Extremely disappointing. I listened to Mirror of the Sky the other day. wow, that is a fantastic track. Where'd they come up with that epic? It's amazing. Epic to me is something at least approaching the 15-minute mark, if not a whole album side, 20 minutes. The issue is, first of all, there's no buildup. Like think of Close to the Edge, think of Awaken. It starts with the buildup. This counter movement just launches right into the song. And that might be okay, except it's not interesting. Even think of Mind Drive and that is. There's this buildup. There's no build. It just starts. And unfortunately, the first 4 or 5 minutes, I always say Steve Howe is the most interesting and innovative guitarist of all time, but not everything he plays is interesting and innovative. And I spoke with another guy who's reviewed the album, and he just called it lazy pedal steel. And that's exactly what it is. It's just lazy noodling. Then the vocals start, and guess who's singing lead vocals? The person you don't want to have singing lead vocals, Steve Howe. Long ago, a friend of mine said Steve Howe should never open his mouth. Now, Steve Howe is wonderful in interviews, but he should not be singing lead vocals. And he's talking about a feeling so strong, whether it's the jazz or the blues. He's singing about how happy he is or how it's right that he's a troubadour. It's just not the material of the stars, the universe, the cosmos that we expect for a Yes epic. Steve Howe singing about being a troubadour. And then he tries to sing in a beautiful manner, reaching high notes. It's just not his forte. At about the 441 mark, you will feel like that's weird. All of a sudden, he's playing the opening chords from Your Move, All Good People, because he basically is. That is your signal to know that you can now listen to the song for the next 5 minutes. The middle part of the song, which I believe is called Blink of an Eye, it's pretty good. You've got Jon Davison singing, you've got Billy singing, maybe a little bit of Steve, I don't remember. It changes around a little bit, different melodies, different tempos. It's interesting sonic landscape. You've got some kind of cool jazz piano. I like that middle section a lot. And I'm going to see if I can find Audacity, that app, so I can have an edited version of this song. Unfortunately, about 4 minutes from the end, we go back to this boring noodling. And you can even tell Jay Shellen, the drummer, doesn't quite know what to do with the drums. It's like, how do I make this stuff interesting? Anyway, I very disappointed by counter movement. It's man, Yes has always been counted on to make a quality epic, and they failed this time. Next up, we have what might be my favorite song on the album, Ariadne. Now, here's the interesting thing. Counter movement, they should have made shorter. Apparently, Ariadne was a longer epic, and they shortened it down. Why? I can't get enough of this song. It reminds me a little bit of Griffin, reminds me a little bit of maybe some Emerson, Lake and Powell. It's all over the place. It's got one thing that's really muted on this album is Steve. Steve normally does a lot of interesting guitar stuff. He doesn't on this album, not much, but he's on fire on Ariadne. Jeff Downes is on fire. Everyone's on fire on this song. And just constant tempo changes. You don't know what's going next. This song is 6 or 7 minutes long, and there's so much going on in the song. I love this song. I thought about reviewing this album with the best track first, and that would have been it. Great track. And where is the rest of it, man? If this was an epic, they should have put the whole thing out. And I'm going to say this is the type of music that Yes fans want. Yes fans want prog. It's the most progressive song on the album. It's possibly the best written. Interestingly enough, it's the only track that in its entirety is written by three people. It's written by Davison, Downes, and Sherwood. And the best Yes music is written by more than one person. Up next is All Hands on Deck. I will listen to this song sometimes, but I will tell you this, it's funky. If you listen to it, you would never in a million years know it's Yes. Sounds like old school Deep Purple. Comes in with a heavy guitar. Steve's like, hey, man, I can still play heavy guitar even though I'm 79 or whatever age he is. Jeff Downes comes in with a killer John Lord organ. It's kind of fun, kind of interesting. It's not Yes. You would never know that it's Yes. And unfortunately, once again, Steve is doing most of the singing. If you don't think of it as a Yes song, you might enjoy it. All right, next up is another one of my favorites, Outside the Box or Out of the Box, whatever it's called. This is killer. It's a bit of, first of all, it's not an instrumental. It's a lyricless song. So there's vocalization on it, quite a bit. classic Yes vocalization. Think of what Trevor Horn did with the band. This song is a bit of Your Move meets Leave It with a little bit of relayer craziness DNA sprinkled upon it. I love it. I wish it was longer. I think this is like Ariadne. It's very proggy. This would be a great thing for the band to take forward. Um, this is written by Howe and Sherwood. They did a great job. Clearly fun to play. It's interesting. It's different. Love it. All right, then we have Emotional Intelligence. I've listened to this two or three times. Now, this is the fourth album with Jon Davison. On each Davison album, he takes one solo writing credit. You know, Light of the Ages, Future Memories, Circles of Time, and now this. I really enjoyed Future Memories, and I know some people like Billy Sherwood like Light of the Ages, but Circles of Time was like padding. And Emotional Intelligence, I don't know. It doesn't add anything to the Yes catalog. It short, not that interesting, not that proggy. Is it pretty? Maybe, but not really what we're expecting from this band. The only true clunker on the album is Jam Bustin'. It's not quite as bad as Magical Mystery Tour from the Quest. The only really weak track on Mirror to the Sky was Living Out Their Dream. This would be on that level. I will probably never play it. And supposedly it's a song about aggressive drivers in Barbados. We're not interested. We're just not. And I know it was fun for them to play, but hey guys, it's okay to do a song that's fun to play and then not share it with the world. Just have a jam session. It only tarnishes the Yes legacy. All right. And then finally, we're going to end with Watching the River Roll. This is a solo composition by Billy Sherwood. He does a lot of the vocals. This song is great. It's really nice to end the album with. Like other parts of the album, there's a pretty big folky element to it. It's pleasant. It's atmospheric. It's major key. It feels good. Billy is almost the spiritual younger brother of Chris Squire. He kind of almost sings like him. So think of Can You Imagine, which Chris Squire sang. Think of Can You Imagine only with a little more upbeat and a folky pastoral feel, but really nice, reflective, great way to end the album. So anyway, out of 10 tracks, there are at least 6 strong tracks. That's how I'm going to think of this album. I'm going to turn it into a nice 40-minute album and just skip 3 of the songs and do a shortened version of Counter Movement because again, that middle section's pretty cool. So hey guys, a new Yes album is better than the no Yes album, and again, the current lineup seems to be on a roll creatively, and let's support the band so they continue into the future. This is Eric with Awesome Concerts. Hope you enjoy the album.